Tästä lähdetään sitten tekemään arvioita jokaisesta joukkueesta. Eli ensin joukkueiden edustajat pääsevät ääneen, sen jälkeen me Jukan kanssa hieman ruodimme tuota kyseistä joukkuetta ja seuraa. Ja menemme viime kauden lopullisessa järjestyksessä, eli aloitamme liigakarsinnat hävinneestä LiigaPlokista. Kuinka siellä on kesä mennyt ja miten kauteen lähdetään?
Yeah, summer was good. I took the first month off of training to go see actually my mom's best friend in Italy for all of April, which I think was a really good reset for me considering the circumstances I dealt with last season. And, I was training a lot. I was really trying to get muscle back. And so a big goal for me was just like to be in the gym every day, like gaining the muscle, doing the work in there. And then I know like as a group, everyone came back in really great shape, I thought. And so I know that like the girls were also really working hard this season to also make sure that they were putting in the work, especially because we have a lot of new faces to the league this year. I mean, 90% of our team is new to the Finnish league. We have, 3 other Americans that are new. We have an Estonian, we have a French player, we have Finnish players that are coming up from first and second divisions. And so I think everyone really put the work in themselves this summer to make sure that everybody was top notch by the time we started our preseason training.
Yes, it's like which is what I expected, but it's like the preparation periods is most important things and injuries, because preparation period you need to load the player and what you mind and physically, and then you will start with tactically. If they are not physically ready, you cannot start with tactically well. So our preparation period was really good, and I really appreciate our staff like physical coach and assistant coach and me. So we handled really good, I think. Of course, we had small injuries, but I believe we are ready for physically to do Mestaruusliiga. Of course, we need to work more about tactically and game plans, but physically, I believe we are ready.
I think just like last year, I think something that really surprised me about the Finnish league was how competitive every team is with each other, Like, for example, last season before I left to go home to see my mom, we beat Kangasala in 3 sets, and they were ranked number 1 in the league at that point. And I'm not sure what we were. I think we were like 8th maybe at that point. And so I think coming from the States, seeing a league that the top of the league can fight so hard with also the bottom of the league, it's really like still even like kind of new to me. And so I think this season, I don't think any team is to be taken for granted, whether you're, at the bottom or maybe you're at the top. So I think really, I really want to walk into the season like not underestimating anybody, because I would hope that also no team comes in underestimating LiigaPloki. So I think something that I'm expecting for this season is, maybe my rankings are completely wrong and I just have it all totally flip-flopped, hopefully not with our ranking. But I think that, the league can really go anywhere. And, I didn't think that Puyo, for example, would win last season. And so I think the fact that the bottom of the league can also fight so hard at the top of the league, I think that's such a great thing. And it really makes things a lot more exciting, especially in the volleyball perspective. I think we have a lot of different personalities. And I don't know how I would just describe that as like a team sense, but I think we have a lot of different personalities that mesh pretty well together, especially now that we have a lot of foreigners on the team. We have 4 Americans and who, we are known for being a little bit more aggressive, but I think, coming from the American side, where I feel like for sports, we're known for being pretty aggressive. Whereas, then you have the Finnish side of sports where it is a little bit like more soft spoken, and same with, our Estonian player. She also comes from like high level, her national team. So, and then you also have our French player we can all be like pretty feisty, so I think all these different like personalities, I love it because I think, it creates a better team dynamic as opposed to just having to follow one set of like culture in a team, like, which is what I felt like I really had to come down a lot last year, being the only American. And so I really love having all the different personalities and all the different cultures, because I think it creates more of a team aspect and not just, one person having to follow this culture, one person having to follow the way that this person plays. So I would say that I think just a lot of different feisty personalities that really show on the court, but I love it. So
Yes, it's like our team. Like seems like every girl has a lot of ambition on the court. I can feel it. So yes, we have different personalities, but I think this year we are more professional than last year. So which means everybody came here for the improve. Also, everybody came here to improve skills themselves, and they want to go to also like make a good career, here. But this is like yes, we are professional, but we are a little bit young. So of course we need to learn a lot of things to share. Yeah, different personalities makes a lot of colors on the team and trainings. So, but we learned, I think, like be a team on the court and outside the court, different personalities can continue. Everything, everything. Fans are everything. So even they go to forest, they cut the trees, they sell these trees, and they give money to LiigaPloki. So this is like Peter Pudas made. Peter Pudas citizens, local people, fans made this team. So if our fans is doesn't work, so I think we will not be here. Like it's like this is a lot of meaning for us. I think this is first our LiigaPloki 3 is going like first fans, then board, then coaches, players. We are making team like that. The fans are most important thing for LiigaPloki and Peter Budas.
okay, so yeah, very similar to Hakan's response. I love the fans here. I mean, coming last year, I've played last year. I played in mostly every single arena in the league. Last year we didn't play in Kusamo, for example, but we kind of got a glimpse of what that would be like in our scrimmages this weekend. And I really think maybe it's a biased thing because I've been here for almost 2 seasons now, but I really believe that we have the best fans in the league, and you can really feel the energy of how much these fans want us to win, but also how much they support us when we play. Whereas last year, when we played at VST, for example, they have a beautiful arena, right? I think they have the most beautiful arena in the league. And yet their fans were nothing for them, like what LiigaPloki fans are for us and how they treat us. And so I love the fan base here. And I think, like Hakan said, they really make LiigaPloki. Who the crazy LiigaPloki fans are, and it's great. And I think also with that, they give us so much energy onto the court. And with them treating us so well, it also gives us energy when we play. And I think, something last year that happened when I really realized how great the fans here are is that game that Kankasala game when we won in 3 sets. It was such a good game from everybody on our team all around, and the fan base after it was my last game before going home, and so I felt so much love and support after that game when the whole arena everyone stood up and clapped, and I just was a crying mess, and I just felt so much support from the whole town, and it was really amazing to see. I'm really excited for this season. I think we really have such a great group of girls this year, and I'm excited to show some really good volleyball for not only the town of Pitsipūdas, but for the league, and to show the league that LiigaPloki this year is not a team that you can just walk all over. And I'm just really excited to be back and to get into league starting this week. So I'm really excited.
LiigaPloki uudistui täksi kaudeksi käytännössä, Jukka, täysin. Jade Harris on ainoa pelaaja, joka jäi viime kauden joukkueesta.
Kyllä joo. täysin uusi joukkue. Toki hän pelasi todella hyvän kauden viime kaudella, että hyvä vahvistus heille jäi sinne.
6 ulkomaalaista, onko se tavanomaista vai jotain poikkeuksellista Pihtiputaalta?
No ei se nyt ehkä ihan vierastakaan ole, että tietysti Pihtiputaalla on vaikea saada suomalaisia pelaajia ja he ovat niin siellä fanit kuin muut hyväksyvät sen, että haluavat nähdä hyvää lentopalloa. Ja ihan mielenkiintoisia pelureitahan siellä on kautta aikoin olla ja tietysti taustatöitä tehdään kyllä kiitettävällä työllä, että saadaan sitä rahaa kerättyä.
Jos menestystä ei tule, niin mitä se kertoo sitten näiden ulkomaalaispelaajien skauttaamisesta? Koska näiden ulkomaalaisten kauttahan Ploki tulee todennäköisesti hyvin pitkälle elämään.
Kyllähän se on, että kyllähän periaatteessa Ploki pitäisi olla aika korkeallakin, kun ulkomaalaisvahvistuksia on. Ja tietystihän se sitten tulee nähtäväksi, että onko ne onnistunut vai eivät.
Päävalmentaja Hakancan Turanilla alkaa olla näytön paikka myöskin. Hänellä on jo jonkin verran aikaa seurassa.
Kyllä joo, ja tietysti 6 ulkomaalaista, se on oma soonsa, ja ei heilläkään varmaan kauhean pitkä valmistautuminen ollut, että 4 USA-laista ja ranskalainen ja virolainen, niin on siinä oma settinsä saada se toimimaan. Ja tietysti ehkä pieni ongelma siihen näkyy keskaripuolella, että siinä on kumminkin 3 keskitorjua tällä hetkellä ainakin listoilla.
Vain 3.
Niin, on se parempi kuin 2.
No aivan näin. No yksi heistä on toki liigatulokas vielä Ella Rantakangas ja Anastasia Boriceva ei ole oikein kunnolla liigavastuussa ollut pitkään aikaa.
No ei, loukkaantumisia on ollut jonkin aikaa, että se on ikävää, mutta toivottavasti ehjää kautta annuu.